So we have time for 2 questions.
Hello, how are you? Thanks for your speech. One small question. You only work with technology of the University of Oxford, or you really work with another kind of universities or technologies of another universities? And the last question, a small question, is have you experienced working with universities of Spain? Thanks.
Yeah. So the answer to the first question is yes, we do work with other universities. And at ICIS Innovation, we have 3 different divisions. So one division, which called the Technology Transfer Division, works with only Oxford intellectual property. So that's the division that deals with Oxford academics. So then we have the second division, which is the Oxford University Consulting. They facilitate the bridging between the Oxford academics and industry when they want Oxford academics' knowledge in order to sort out problems that they're experiencing with their product development, or when they need some advice, professorial advice, in order to sort problems in their product development or process problems. ICIS Enterprise, where I'm coming from, is basically dealing with the external world. We do not deal with Oxford IP or Oxford academics. So we are working with other countries. We have worked in over 50 countries, dealing with universities, governments, regional governments, public institutions, small companies, and large companies. And what we do is we train them in technology transfer. So we are transferring the skill base. We also are involved in commercializing some of their technologies through our network of companies and contacts. So yes, we do. Second answer to the second question is yes, we are present in Spain, and in fact we have Eva Baltar there. She's leading some of our projects, most of our projects here in Spain, and there are a few universities that we are working with, and foundations as well.
Can you tell something more about how to bridge the gap between universities and business with their models, the need to change the business model for size in the white space and things like that? And can you tell us how to develop expertise and skilled human resources just to bridge this, to realize these functions?
Okay, so that's one of the biggest problems that many countries have in common. It is very difficult to find the skilled base in order to bring these technologies or transfer these technologies from universities to companies or from company to another company. The reason being, the nature of the game is that you are working with 2 different cultures, especially when you're looking at universities. It's totally a different culture to a business culture. So you are in the middle trying to do a hard sell from university to a company and trying to bring them together. And because of that, there's a cultural clash. The academics are quite risk adverse when they are dealing with a company because they think that the company is going to steal their technology. And the company thinks that it's very difficult to deal with an academic because they have their preconceptions about businesses, and they also are quite skeptical about businesses. So that's one part of the problem. And the other part of the problem is, adding to that, that's why at ICIS, when we are hiring people in order to do the job, we ask them whether they have worked in industry, whether they have worked, or whether they have research experience in a university, so that they understand how both cultures operate, right? And when you try to bring them together, you know what exactly is happening. And in most other countries, what I have seen is, the mistake that they do is, they put an academic professor to run their tech transfer office. And it falls apart, because the academics, most of them don't understand how the business world operates. And I have seen numerous occasions in many countries, the tech transfer office not functioning well, because they've appointed the wrong person to do the job. So, and that is a big gap, and there is a very high demand for skilled individuals, and that's one of the most important resources that university tech transfer offices in the UK lack, still in the US lack. And in order to create that, what can you do? Well, it's all well and good to attend training courses and learn all the theory. But in my experience, you really learn just by doing it. So if you want to create a program, I mean, you know, if the government wants to create a program, I would be talking to more experienced universities like ISIS, MIT, Cambridge, Imperial, and, you know, arrange some sort of a secondment program where tech transfer officers in Spanish tech transfer officers can go and work alongside project managers at Oxford, Imperial, because you really learn by doing it in this domain. It's very difficult to, you know, create a course on technology transfer because it's such a broad area. You come across all sorts of problems and issues when you actually start to do it, including managing people, understanding contracts, understanding intellectual property, understanding how to market, how to negotiate. So you have to have all these multiple skills concentrated in one person. Or if not, you have to get them to develop them. And how do you develop? By doing it. But it's a gap that exists everywhere, not only here in Spain, but it's great that Spain has realized that you have a problem. And that's a good place to start. And as I mentioned, a lot of countries haven't realized this, and they are going to be in real big trouble if they want to transform into a knowledge-based economy. Thank you. Thanks.